What's up, guys? It's Joel, LaxBeat. Today I'm going to show you how to do the top string on a lacrosse stick for stringing. I got my SDX Superpower here, and I got my Lax 10 diamond hard mesh. It's my favorite. Like I did a video before, this is Lax mesh, and this is Stringer Shack mesh. When I pull it, I can't get it anywhere near the length that I can with the Lax. I don't like Stringer Shack, like I said before, but this is Lax mesh. It's only $4.25 a pop. Very good deal. And now I'm going to show you how to do the top string. I've already done this before, so it's a little dirty. If you can't tell, like, it's a good thing, but got my string here. You can tell that's dirty. But this is my top string here. It's not a real top string. I recommend a regular top string for the top string. This is a regular sidewall string. It's not as durable. It'll come apart easier. So I'm going to do this from the view that you can, because typically I would want to do it like this, looking at the back of the head, but in order to demonstrate it to you, it'll be like you're looking at the back of the head doing it, okay? So let me move the camera there. Alright, so now you got your 10 diamonds across, folded over, alright, like so. What you're going to do is you're going to align that 10th diamond with whatever side you wish. I like to start from the left side. Come into that second hole, alright, with that knot that's already made there. Come underneath the diamond, okay, come above that knot you made, and then back through the mesh hole, like so. So it looks like that. Alright, boom, you already got one diamond locked in. Next, you're going to find that next hole up there. The Superpower, there are only 4. Do not ask me why, but they like that wavy pattern. They do that a lot. As you can see, there are only 4 at the top. But you know what? It's fine. That's all you really need. But it can be helpful to have more, like some heads do. You come into that hole, then you come under the mesh, and through that loop you just made. And you pull that part tight where you already made, and then you pull that tight. And you want that to be, you want the split in between them to be as even to it as you can. So then you go back into that next diamond, which is the 3rd diamond, from the outside, under the hole, the same hole you went through before of the head, and through that loop, and that'll give you that double pattern that really makes sure it's nice and tight, like that. So you got your first one done, okay? Then you go into your second hole from the outside, under that next diamond, pull that tight, make sure the split's even there, kind of maneuver it around so the split's right on that, the part that's pushing at the mesh. Come back into that next diamond, under that hole, and through that loop. And make that tight too. Everything's got to be really tight. And you'll hear me say that a lot, and I'm sorry if it's annoying, but that's what you have to do. So I'll do that again here, into the pull from the head under the diamond and through that loop you made. And this is where it's important to make sure that the splits are right where they need to be. And then in from the outside of that next diamond, under the hole, and through that loop. You pull that split so it's maneuvered right to the center of that part. And from the other side it should start looking like that. Alright, so now we only have one more. Go into that hole, under the mesh, and through that loop. Make sure the split's even there in the middle. Come on to the outside, that next diamond, through the head, and under that loop. Make sure the split's even. Make sure it's right against that top of the head. It's not leaning on one side or the other. Okay? Make it tight. Alright. Now we're down to this last diamond. We want to mimic what we did on this side, except the opposite. So we want to come in through the outside of the mesh, into that corresponding hole. I use the second. Okay, through that, and since the knot's underneath it, underneath the loop on that side, you want it to be underneath it on this side too. So you're going to come back through the diamond and underneath it. You're going to pull that really tight, okay? Then you're going to make one knot, like so. Alright, and you're going to pull that as tight to the side wall as you can, okay? And then you're gonna make it even tighter by coming underneath it and pulling it through that loop. The most important thing on this step is making sure that the loop you're making is actually underneath that knot, otherwise it's completely useless. And it'll be kind of hard to maneuver, but you gotta make sure it's underneath it as best you can. Alright, so I got it through, and you pull that tight. It'll make a big knot, and that will not slip through. Alright, so that's how you do a 10 diamond top string. This is one of my favorite ways to do it. There are many different ways to do it with 9 diamonds and 10 diamonds. But this is my favorite way to do it. I'll keep posted for other videos on how to do sidewalls, bottom strings, and shooters. Thanks.